This video is recorded to help my students to understand how to write GUI application. We will write coin change GUI, which allow user to enter a change between 0 and 99 cents inclusive in a text input field. After user hit the calculate key, the coin change information will be displayed in a text area. To write a GUI application, we need to go through 3 steps. First, design the GUI, then implement the layout of the GUI, then add action listener to the GUI, which implement action listener to the GUI. So I already gave the program structure here. We will import java.awt.star, import java.awt.event.star, and import javax. Notice there is x here, .swing.star. Those javax.swing package include JFrame, JLabel, JTextField, JTextArea, JButton. All those graphic user interface components we need. Okay. Then the java.awt.event.start this package include the action listener, action event classes. So the structure of the GUI application often look like this. You will have public class coin change GUI extends JFrame. That means this class is a child class of JFrame class. So it can inherit a lot of built-in functionality of a JFrame. So this coin change GUI itself is a JFrame. Then implements action listener. That means this class itself is also an action listener. What is action listener? Action listener basically when we, for example, we press the button, then there is an action event triggered. So who will respond to this action event? An action listener object. So this class itself is an action listener, which means itself will respond to the button push. When the button push action event generated, then the action listener has only one public method called action performed. This is abstract method in action listener interface. So if your class implements action listener, your class must implement the action performed method. In this action performed method, you will write the code to handle the event that when the button is pressed. So again, our first step is design the GUI. So you basically need to draw a picture of this GUI. For example, I will draw the picture like this. So I have a window. This window can be closed, enlarged, and minimized. Then we will have the window head is called coin change. Then the window graphic user interface components layout like this. First have a label shows change amount. Then have a text field for user to type in his change. Then have a button with caption calculator for user to press. When they press the button, the coin change information will be displayed in this text area. So when you write a GUI application, you first draw a picture for the GUI layout. Okay. After you do this, then you begin to implement the GUI layout. So we will have a constructor, public coin change GUI. This constructor always have the same name as the class name. I have a mistype here, is a coin change GUI as the class name. So first I will call the super constructor, which is constructor from the JFrame. So I call super coin change. This line of code will display the title of this window. Then I need to initialize all the components and register button to this action listener. In order to implement these components, we first need to declare these components. So to declare these components, the rule is this. If these components will be used in somewhere else, like in action performed method, so you will put these components as a class level component. For example, I will have a JText field. Well, you can say input field. Then you will have JText area. You can say result area. Okay. Then you will have JButton, which is calculate button, right? Now, then this JLabel we don't need. So initialize all the components. So I will have, for example, JText field. This JText field I already declared. So I just say input field equal new JText field. Now, then JText area, result area equal new JText area. Okay. Then I will have JButton, which is calculate button, equal new JButton calculate. Then this JButton I need to add action listener. I need to register it to the action listener. So I will say calculate button dot add action listener this. That means this object itself is an action listener. Okay. Then I need have a JLabel. Equal new JLabel change amount. Give people hint to input the change amount here. So I initialize all the components, and I already register button to this action listener. So we finish this step. Then I begin layout all the components. If you notice, look back at this picture, I want the JLabel, which change amount, and the JText field, and calculate this JButton in the same line, right? So to do so, maybe I could make a JText field have some size. For example, I wanted the size is 5. So I put it here, call the different constructor, okay? I don't call default constructor. So now I lay out those components. What I'm going to do, I will say JPanel. For example, I call input panel equal new JPanel. Then I will input panel dot add. I first add prompt label inside. Okay. Then input panel dot add. Then I will add this input field inside. Then I will say input panel dot add. This time I will add a calculate button in it. Okay, so I have you just think this input panel is a big tray. Then I put 3 dishes in the tray. Now I will lay out this tray on the table. The table is your JFrame window. Okay, so I begin layout. I say container C equal get content pane. So I get a content pane of this JFrame, like I get a big table here. Then I begin layout. C dot set layout new board layout. Now this board layout is a layout that divided the area into 5 parts: center, east, west, south, north. Okay. So now I want to C dot add input panel border layout dot north. I want to add it to the north. Then C dot add result area border layout dot center. So I add this layout. Then I begin set the frames property. So I will set visible to be true. So it is set size. For example, I want to set it as 500 by 500. This frame window. I want to set resizable false. I don't want it to be resizable. I just want this fixed size window, and set default close operation. I say exit on close. That means when I click on the close button here, which is this button, if I click on close, then the whole program will exit. Okay. Now, after you lay out this GUI, you can actually write a main function to test if this GUI will display correctly. I write a public static void main string Argos. So I just created a coin change frame, coin change GUI. For example, I call it a window equal new coin change GUI. Okay. Now, then I compile my program. There's no syntax error, so I can go back here, right click. Now you still invoke a main function. Then you click on OK. Now you say, here is the JText area for display the result. This is the change amount JLabel. This is JText field ready for you to input this how much amount you want to change. Here is the calculate button. But now if you could type anything here, click on the calculate button, nothing happen. Nothing happen is because we did not implement the action performed method yet. Okay? So now let's implement the action perform method. First, I get action command. So a string command equal E, which is this action event dot get action command. Now, if this command is the button pressed, so if command dot equals case, which is calculate. If it's calculate button pressed, then what I will do, I will first get the sense from the input text field. So I will say integer amount equal input field integer dot pass int input field dot get text dot trim. So what happened here? First input field is the JText field. I get a text, get his text, then I trim the text. That means I get rid of the blank empty space in front of this string and behind at the end of this string. Then I might use call the pass int method from the integer class to pass this string to an integer number. Then I need make a string. For example, string result equal get change method. I give his amount here. Now, this get change method actually didn't implement it. I assume I will implement a get change method. If you give me an integer amount, I will return your string. This string exactly tell you how many coins you want, how many quarters you need, how many dimes you need, and how many nickels you need, how many cents you need. Then I display the result in the text area. So I will say result area dot set text, which is this result. Okay, so here is what we're going to do. Now, in order to do this, I need to implement a private help function, string get change. This, if you give me an integer amount, then I will return your string, see how many coins, how many quarters I need, right? So to do so, I will say first string result equal quarters. QUARTR. Did I spell right? Quarters. Okay. Now, then I will say how many quarters I need. I would need is plus quarters will be amount divided by 25. So many quarters. Okay. Then that amount percent equal amount percent 25. That means after I give out so many quarters, how much cents still left. Then result equal times. If you wish, you can have a new line. See if this works. Times plus amount divided by 10. Then I update amount to be amount percent 10. That means after I give out so many times, how many cents left. Then result, I should say result plus equal. Sorry here. Then plus equal. Then I will put equals plus amount divided by 5. That's how many equals. Then result plus equal pennies. This is amount percent 5. That's how many pennies you need. Then I return result. Okay, let us double check. You give me amount which is changed. I first use this amount divided by 25. That's how many quarters I have. Then I update amount to be amount percent 25. That is how many cents left after you give out all the quarters. Then I update my result is appending a new line. Times is how many times is amount divided by 10. Then update amount percent 10. The amount divided by 5. The update amount percent 5, which is the cents. Yeah, it seems like everything okay. Now let us compile. We might have compile error. For example, here I think I miss the close brackets. Now let us compile now. No syntax error. Okay. So now let us run the program. Say what it look like. So suppose I put 75 cents, then 3 quarters, 0 dime. Yeah, it looks like fine. Then let's put 97 cents. It will give me 3 quarters, which is 75. 2 dimes give me 95, 2 cents. Yeah, so everything looks fine. Okay, so you look at this, we exactly go through the 3 steps to do so. First, we design the GUI, then implement the layout of the GUI, then we add action listener to the GUI, which means we implement this action performed method to handle the event when people press the button. To make the code more readable, I also write a hyper function. So that make my action performed method very clear. If the button calculator is pressed, I first get the text, a string from the input field, then convert this string to the integer, which is the cents, how many cents. Then use this cents as input argument called getChange method, which return me a string to represent how many quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies will equal this amount of cents. Then as result area, set a text as the result. Okay, there is one more thing you can do. It seems like the result area, you should not allow people be able to manually type things inside. So in that case, when you initialize this result area, you can say result area dot set editable false. That means people cannot type inside. So if you compile, no syntax error. Now, if I run the program, you will say this result area you cannot type, but I still 97 cents. I do calculate he will be able to display the result, but the user cannot type anything inside. Without set editable to be false, the user will be able to type in the result area, which is that we want. Okay. I hope this example will help my students to understand more about how to write a graphic user interface application. If you have any questions, please give me an email. See you next time.